Hi guys, I'm back for my November reads, and I know it's a bit late, but better late than never. And I know I've failed epically the last couple of months. I have not completed all of my reading, and I can make a lot of excuses, but the truth of the matter is I'm just not really organized. And as my New Year's resolution, I'm going to be a little more stricter and more organized because I'm trying to learn a lot of stuff. I have a blog that I'm trying to learn how to like make it better. Well, I have two blogs actually, and I'm doing other stuff. So it's like I'm trying to learn a lot of information, and sometimes it just like does my head in, and I just have to take a break. And a lot of times I do read books that I don't review on YouTube, but I review them on my blog. So the time it takes me to read them, I don't manage my time well, so I end up shortlisted and behind. But that's part of my New Year's resolution to change that. And also, I'm going to be having a few changes to my channel for the new year. New year, new things. Um, for one thing, I want to start doing some movie reviews and some other stuff. I haven't figured it out yet, but just some changes, some more talk back videos, things like that. Just diversify, diversify, diversify. Okay, so I'm going to go into the books that I read. I read Blood, Deadly Cool, and A Monster Calls. Although A Monster Calls was not on my YouTube review list, it is one of the books that was recommended by Priscilla, the Readables, and I was so riveted by the book. I really love the book, and I think it deserves to be on my YouTube list. So I put it there, and it makes my list look a little better. Okay, so I'll go over. I'm not gonna really go over too much because synopsis and all that stuff. If you want to have like a refresh, you can check back my previous reviews that are on the channel side, either side. I don't know what side the bar is gonna be on. And okay, so I'm gonna start with Blood, which is the the first book I reviewed, and it started out with a lot of promise. And of course, there was that sexy cover that got my attention and got me to pick up the book and eventually buy it. Um, but it was a bit disappointing, although the end did redeem itself because it promised to be a better story, more new characters, new setting, and things like that. But like most foundation books, it was a lot of like introduction of characters and I guess the world's mythology of the world or whatever. Um, but I think the author kind of missed the mark a lot. There could have been um, for the main character of Will, he could have had more depth as a character if the author exposed him a little bit more to the world around him. 800 years and you really don't know anything. I think that was a little sad. And nowhere really to go from there. You know, your character doesn't really know much of the world, and then you kind of, and then overnight, it seems like the world just kind of is open, and he's learning new things. Like after 800 years, it's just a little disappointing, I think. But I will read the second book because it does look very promising, and I hope I will not be wasting my money. Okay, the second book was Deadly Cool. Another cool cover, you know me and my covers. This book was touted as a mystery novel, but to be honest with you, like I said before, when I think mystery, I think Sherlock Holmes, I think Agatha Christie. even though those books are a bit adult in the situations and the themes and everything like that, um, in a mystery there's always that underlying tension and that drive for you to find out what's going on and who is the killer and why, and all these things that were missing in Deadly Cool. I mean, the author did a good job of hiding the killer and not revealing the killer till the very end of the book. But at the same time, it was a book I would recommend for a younger, 14 to 16 maybe. Um, there, if you like the Click, like contemporary novels like that, you would probably like Deadly Cool. There's a lot of pop culture references and things like that, but um, I even though I enjoyed reading it, I still it was like it didn't stand out to me like the best. And I don't regret buying it, but yeah, it is what it is. And the last book, which is Monster Calls, this book was recommended by Priscilla, the Readables, and I will leave a link to her channel below so you can check her out. She's amazing. She always gives like the most stellar reviews. And anyhow, I'm gonna get into Monster Calls. Monster Call was very, um, it was very character driven to me. I don't know if anybody else thinks that. I really enjoyed the book. It had substance, it had depth, the writing was killer, the characters were well developed, and the setting was a bit somber, but I liked everything about this book. I did kind of sniffle a little bit, I'll admit it, and out of all the books that I read, I think that is my number one pick. That's the one that I pick for this month, is A Monster Calls. And yeah, I'm sorry if my video was a bit long-winded, but yeah, there it is. So I'll see you guys in my next video, and ta-ta!